Little clubbers and chroma clubbers. Today is another edition of Ask CCH. So we just finished the game design week, and thanks for all of the submissions. I've mailed out the bracelets already, so the people that requested the bracelets on time should hopefully receive them either today or tomorrow. So thanks again, and I wanted to, first of all, give you an update on the virtual world. So I'm going to show you what I have so far. Basically, I started making it so the whole world looks like gel, right? And so there are the trees and the animals, and here's your little avatar, which I'm going to improve a little later. And here's kind of one of the marker styles. So you saw that marker, and then you can choose a color, and then you can kind of draw with that marker. So that's what I have so far. Let me know if you have any questions or any feedback. Okay, so there you go. And let's move on to the actual Ask DCH. And by the way, some people have been asking me about DC Prom and what that's about. I think it's been a tradition for the last few years. Some players have organized Prom. I don't do it, but I'm not going to be against it. Some people have said, oh, well, do you actually get banned if you go to Prom, or is that dating or whatever? Look, it's a little event, and as long as you follow the DC guidelines at the event, feel free to go there. Nothing will happen to you. I hope you enjoy it, and let me know if there are any questions or suggestions. Someone suggested that we should have the Prom when we have the virtual world, and I think that would make way more sense, and I think hopefully I can, get this virtual world out so that some of the future events can be in the virtual world. So let's go on to Ask DCH. Okay, Artsy Anna asks, DCH, if you could describe yourself in 3 words, what would they be? I would say, hopefully, these are ideals, which would be creative, inventive, and hang on, let me see, and ethical. So I would say those are the 3 that would be ideal for me, but it takes a lot of effort to kind of live your ideal principles, but we'll see what happens. Endless asks, choose once again, left or right, up or down, fire or ice, chicken or egg, and Florida or the Bahamas. Long live DC. P.S. Long live DC. Okay, I would choose left since I'm left-handed. Up, I choose up. I would say ice. Chicken, I'd be the chicken, and I choose chicken. And I don't know about Bahamas seem cool, so maybe the Bahamas. I haven't been there, but it seems interesting. Okay, Pillows asks, how often is DCH online? I haven't been online recently just because I've been traveling and busy with some other changes, in my real life. But I'll be online more. But remember, I'm working on the virtual world, and that's really my focus. So I'm trying to get everyone here to give me feedback as much and as quickly as possible so that I can get it out as best as I can. And if you have any questions and I'm not online, just post on my wall. Okay, do you watch WWE? MAG asks, do you watch WWE? What is WWE? Is that like, you let me know what that is. I don't even know what it is, but no, I guess I don't watch it. Clockwork Shamrock asks, do you find it frustrating to deal with the many issues on DC? If so, what are a few issues that really peeve you off? It can be frustrating, but also it's good that people are playing DCs, so I'm happy about that. I think the issues that really, upset me are the ones that I've created, which is making a complicated kind of, parts of DC are complicated. It's not a virtual world yet. All these other things that kind of make it difficult for people to enjoy the game. So that's really what I'm most upset about at this point. Fox Wolf Forest asks, can you make it so coin codes are on Apple? Unfortunately, I can't do that because Apple does not allow coin codes, and they get very upset if you try to do that. So I will not be able to do that. If you want to win coins, you can participate in these weekly events that we have where I give out a lot of coins for you doing a project that's really cool. So I think that's fair. and in line with the game. Paint asks, who are you voting for in the 2016 presidential election? Um, Hopefully not Trump. We'll see what happens. I mean, it is interesting what's happening. Maybe I'll talk about that later. I actually have a fun election game I might make, and maybe then I'll kind of reveal what'll happen. So, um, okay, thanks for that question. Birch asks, what things are you planning to do to improve DC besides the virtual world? Also, are you sure the virtual world will improve DC? I, look, I think that having all these words inside DC, it's not unique to DC anymore. Like 3 years ago or 4 years ago, when DC came out, and then, yeah, it was unique, okay? We were like the only one kind of doing that, but now everyone is caught up, and we have to redo things. We have to rechange, re-innovate, um, kind of like revive things. And so I am concerned about the virtual world kind of pissing off, current players, but that's where we have to go. Okay, it's like, look, back, even 10 years ago, you may not know this, but a lot of people used to use the computer, like a real computer, to actually do work. Now it's all done on their tablet or on their mobile phone, and the companies that didn't change got hurt. And so all I can do is kind of keep up and also kind of lead, hopefully, the field related to, game development and game design. And it just benefits all the players. But when I'm giving you a really bad, not the best experience, I mean, yeah, sure, some of the loyal, diehard fans who play DC for years will stay, but look, no new player is going to put up with it. You wouldn't put up with it if you came onto DC and you were a new player, and now you see what's out there, where there are all these games that are 3D and everything else, whatever. So we need to adjust accordingly, and that's what I'm working on. Okay, Bunny Lover asks, how does DC look to you? As you can see in this video, it kind of looks the same as everyone else. And I just have a couple other options that I can do to kind of moderate and help things along that some other players don't. Okay, and let's see. Okay, Adsum, the Wishmaker since 1983, asks, why do you make the icon for this job a giant Dorito? And the reason I do that is because it's actually supposed to be the YouTube play button. Okay, maybe I should redo it, but that's what it's meant to be. Silver Swirl asks, watch APH MAU Sec 2 Episode 1 MD Minecrafter Diary. Okay, I'll maybe potentially check that out. Thanks for letting me know. And finally, Cat Person asks, how do you feel when people leave DC and say things to their followers like, I guess I'll go die now alone? It is sad when people leave DC. I think what I have to do is figure out exactly why they leave. I mean, a lot of it is just that we have to keep DC kind of a positive and constantly changing and alive place. And hopefully the virtual world will help with that. I've got some other ideas on ways to help with that. And then, look, I think some people are just naturally, like, they just don't know how to deal with the stuff in their life, and they're not necessarily positive. And, and when they're young, they think that's the way life has to be. And all I can say is, when you see those people and they're like, whatever, look, tell them to watch YouTube. There's some positive stuff. There's a lot of cool stuff where people show you a different alternative and a different way of living. I know sometimes with people's circumstances and situations, it's difficult to think that you can even look for the good in that situation, but it is definitely possible. And I don't know. I mean, that's all I can recommend. I think, every day, just like every day we brush our teeth usually, right? So every day I spend a little while just watching some positive videos, just to keep me positive. I mean, look, if we're going to have to take care of our teeth, we also need to take care of our mind. I think that makes sense. So I hope that answered your question. Thanks again for all of the questions. I hope to now continue doing the Ask DCH videos more frequently, or Ask CCH, should I say. Ask ChromaClub helper videos more frequently, and give better updates on the virtual world, which reminds me, I actually can let iPhone and iPad users test out the virtual world. So if you are interested in testing it out, you just have to let me know your email address, which you can post on my wall, and I'll add you to the kind of private beta testing list or whatever, and you can check it out there. So that's it for now. And increase the power of the doodle. Take care.